Hi guys, this is Fluke, the F and IT guy, and today we're going to be installing a domain controller. So kicking off from last time where we installed Windows Server 2019, today we're going to be installing some server roles and features, specifically the ADDS, the Active Directory Domain Services, and the DNS, the Domain Name System. To install roles and features on a server, you would go to Manage, you choose the Add Roles and Features. On the first screen you can click Next, that's the default Windows before you begin screen. The installation would be a role-based or a feature-based installation, you can click Next again. Over here you're going to see I've got two network cards. The one network card should be a statically assigned network card. Once you've selected it, click Next. Following screen you're going to choose the Active Directory Domain Services. As soon as you tick it, you'll see some of the features required with it will pop up. You can say include the management tools if applicable and say add feature. If you want to, you can choose DNS at this stage. I'm going to do that separately. Click Next. On the features page, no need to click anything, click Next. And then you're going to get a summary of what it's going to install. Tick the box to restart the server automatically. On the confirmation screen, click Yes. The server should not need to reboot with the ADDS, rather after promoting it to a domain controller, it should do a reboot. I'm going to be jumping ahead just a little bit. The reason why I didn't install the DNS in the first place is I wanted to show you the error that you'll get by not installing the DNS. As you can see on the screen, that big red thing that says, prerequisites has not been configured properly. This is because the DNS hasn't been installed. The DNS is absolutely crucial for stuff like a global catalog on a domain computer. Especially if it's your first computer. On your first computer, a DNS is like a necessity. You can't get past it. If you don't have it, it won't work. Your computers won't resolve, etc, etc. It'll just cause issues for yourself. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to Manage, Add Roles and Features, choose the server again, go down to your roles, choose DNS, another pop-up is going to come up, and then you're going to choose Add Features as per the pop-up. Click Next, Next, Finish. The server won't need a reboot, and then we're going to properly install the domain controller or the Active Directory Domain Services. Perfect. With the installation done, you can click on close there, and then on the yellow exclamation mark in the top right hand corner of the server manager, you can click on there and choose the option promote the server to a domain controller. So I just want to confirm this, the domain controller, people, is just the server running the service. We're actually going to work with ADDS, so that's the Active Directory Domain Services. They are different. On the first screen, we're going to have three options. Option 1 is to add a domain computer to an existing domain. We don't have a domain yet, we can't add it. To add a domain to an existing forest, we don't have a forest yet, we can't add it. Or to add a new forest. So we're going to create a new forest, and I'm going to create a made up domain, pincer.co.za. Click Next. Over here, we're going to see you've got your forest function level and your domain function level. So these are important. Your domain level can never be lower than your forest function level, and your forest function level is basically going to determine which type of servers or which domain controllers rather you can add onto your existing domain. So it doesn't matter if the file server or something like that is a newer version or an older version, it matters which domain controller can be added on your forest function level. So to read more about this, I've included a link below from Microsoft explaining the difference between the different forest function levels and different domain levels. hopefully that will give you a better understanding of the two different stuff. Next, you're going to choose domain name system. Tick that, and global catalog, tick that. This is our first domain, our first forest, it has to be ticked. And then from there we're going to enter a password for our directory service restore mode. So if something goes wrong, this is the password you're going to use. Don't forget it, don't lose it, use a password manager. This is a common error you'll get for the first installation. You can just ignore it and click next. The NetBIOS name is for devices that basically can't use that long type of names, more legacy devices, sometimes stuff like printers, really devices that's not on the Windows level or the Linux level or any operating system level which can handle longer names. So you can leave it as is, click next. This is the location where we're going to store our database or our sysfile. Unless you've got specific reasons to move it, you can leave it, click next. Then we're going to get a review of our options. You can go through it, click on the view script that will give you the actual PowerShell command that's going to run. If you ever want to use it for some reason, you can copy and paste it where you're going to need it on a new server or something like that. And then click next. This can take a bit of time to install. Obviously it's reconfiguring your whole server, it's making sure your domain is there. As you can see, the prerequisite checks takes a bit of time as well to go through it, but once done you can click next and click install. Once we've logged back into server, you can go to the server manager and under tools, so you're going to see Active Directory users and computers. This is the sign that everything has been installed successfully. If you click on it, just wait for it to open for a second, you should see, there we go, pinso.0.0. And underneath there's the Windows directory that it created for the ADDS. So this directory is a fairly standard directory. It works for most companies. It's not necessarily to keep it like that. I don't suggest keep it like that. I would suggest doing it a little bit differently, but that depends on you. These settings are something that we will work through in the coming videos. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, make sure you leave a comment below, subscribe.